After our season opener at Busca, the teams and riders of the FIM Supermoto World Championship head to Alcaraz for the second round of the season. Alcaraz is a spectacular addition to the calendar, with an undulating dirt sector and a long circuit length. Over 1.6 kilometers of challenging layout awaits our riders. This region of Catalunya, Segria, shares a border with Aragon, a Spanish community that's also prolific within the motorsport world. Alcaraz is a small municipality in this beautiful rural area of the country, which hosts the Alcaraz Floret event every March. That serves as a celebration of the gorgeous local area. With local challengers and special guests taking to the track, it was sure to be a special weekend in Alcaraz. Let's look at our venue for this weekend.
So
let's face the first corner to take the straight. We favour the outside rather than the inside to maintain a good speed. When we get to the jump, we try to cushion as much as possible to waste less time staying in the air. And we accelerate again as soon as possible so as to not waste any time on this section.
We're standing between the sky section and the entry of the dirt section of the off-road. We have the last right corner before I enter the deep, really deep entry of the off-road section, and you need a good line choice to jump in, smooth and turn to the left on the dirt. Now we are on the off-road section, real proper dirt section, what I like really much because it's the traditional way of Supermoto to have a dirt section. We go down with overall of 6 jumps, what we can see here, 6 tables and 4 whoops what coming up to us. And then we have here the right last corner on the beton, and the surface is really hard and grippy. And then we go up on a big steep step up, and I like this kind of off-road section. It's really technical and the skills from the rider are really useful and I like it.
And now for a fast-paced ride around this weekend's venue. Off the line for a very short run to the first corner, which is followed by an immediate plunge downhill into the dirt. We pick up some serious speed immediately in this really gorgeous off-road section, though you have to make sure the bike is slowed down for the upcoming right-hander, so you don't overly compromise yourself into the following left. Following this tight bend, it's a mid-speed left, then back on the gas as you run towards the main circuit once more. As Hulbacher alluded to, this is a wonderful flowing off-road section. Back up the hill and a flying return to the tarmac. It's easy to lose time here around this tyre stack. You have to nail the line to get a fast run out. A few physical overtakes could be on the cards here in these consecutive tight corners, and then the circuit opens up here as you arc right. Not long until you're back on the brakes, and then you ready up for what will likely be a single file run through these S-bends in the races. It's quite a low speed section, and riders will have to be sure to nail every apex so they don't leave themselves open to a challenge on the long straight that follows. Onto the straight now, and some serious speed is picked up as they approach this square left-handed sequence. With a good amount of tarmac runoff to exploit, we can expect some bold braking here. After this little chicane, they peel off onto the concrete, still carrying speed. We approach the dirt once again. That's a lap here at the Circuito Alcaraz. The S4 European Championship is also here at Alcaraz. Let's talk to championship leader Alex Ruiz Jimenez. Last year, I started in this championship as a rookie, and we had a lot of problems along the way, but it helped to gain experience in this category. This year, we started the European Championship very well by winning the first 2 races in Busca. I am very satisfied with the results, and now here in Alcaraz, we will see. My goal here is to win, to thank everyone who supports me, the team, and especially the team manager, Ivan Lazzarini. I also see my teammate Schmidt very motivated. He's won many races. As for Tom Charret, he is also very motivated and very consistent in his results. We'll see who will win the championship in the end. Whoever has the most points will win. So let's see how it turns out and enjoy this battle. Our first race, and an unfamiliar name at the top. Moto3 star Diogo Moreira on pole with Gaia and Schmidt. Holbacher on row 2. Thomas Charret and Ferran Cardus on row 2. Elias Sammartin, Steve Bonnell and Yannick Hintz on the 3rd row. Sitniansky, Kivers and Amadeo rounding out the first 4 rows of a packed grid. It's great to have so many bikes ready to go. They are ready to go and we're underway. Great start from Moreira. No dirt on this first lap of 12, but oh, a big moment there. Buschberger down. Another rider taken with him as well. Goodness me, big moment there on the first lap. And oh, Schmidt! Mark-Rainer Schmidt also down. Goodness me, a dramatic first few corners of the lap. At least 4 riders down in practically as many corners, but Moreira it is who leads the way. I believe that's Ferran Cardus behind him as well. So the guest riders, the invited guests, are right up there at the front of the order. In fact, no, that's Jaume Gaia in 2nd, Cardus there in 3rd place. Well, 3 riders who weren't with us last time at Busca at the sharp end. 3 riders who have ridden in the Spanish Championship before at the head of the order. And Diego Moreira, best known for his current exploits in the world of Moto3, racing for Grau Racing this weekend. Here's Tom Charret. When was the last time we saw him in 5th place and not in the wheel track to the rider in 4th? We've got some serious competition for the established names this weekend by the looks of it. And it's a sensationally competitive grid as well. Here's Gaia in 2nd place then on the 213. Through this long square section. The Alcaraz Square. You see there the heel down. As we go on to lap 3 of the race. Absolutely love this dirt section. And most of the riders do as well. You heard Lucas Holbacher heaping praise on this section earlier on. The 2nd place man pushing on, but look at Moreira just going off in the distance. Moreira has family ties in the world of motocross. His father was a motocross rider out in Brazil. They moved over in Spain to foster his circuit racing ambitions in 2017. And there's Schmidt. We saw him go down on the first lap, and Mark-Rainer Schmidt is well down the order. This could be huge for some of our championship regulars. Here's Gaia, still there in 2nd place, being pursued though by Cardus. And I think that's allowed him through. Yes, it has. Gaia dropping down to 3rd place. 213 has been demoted a position. And is in fact Lucas Holbacher who's got through there. So Holbacher through into 2nd place. That could be huge for him with Mark-Rainer Schmidt that far down the order. And Tom Charret off the podium as well. Holbacher did not have an ideal run of it last time at Busca, and if he can claim back some points in this first race of the weekend, that would do him an enormous number of favours. Gaia wide again, and this time it is Ferran Cardus who goes through. Gaia just starting to fall back off the pace now. He's only 20 years old, is Gaia. Has been racing Supermoto prominently basically since his mid-teens. And there's Schmidt all the way down in 6th position on the number 1. the red plate could be under threat here if he doesn't find form in the 2 races on Sunday. No form better than that of Diego Moreira, though. As we said, moved over to Spain long ago to focus on his circuit racing, but he's also still kept a toe in the world of motocross and indeed of supermoto. And well, isn't this a star turn from the youngster? The young Brazilian is so far ahead of this battle for second that Charrer is on the back of. Tom Charrer, our 8-time world champion, being shown the way by some of the locals here. Jaume Gaia in 4th place. Has he run it wide again? He has a little bit, and that was all that Charrer needed to see. Oh well, Tom Charrer's never one to miss an overtaking opportunity, is he? What a move from the Frenchman. He'll be looking to get good points as well, of course, given Schmidt is behind him. Moreira, not scheduled to be with us all year, but he might have to try and make some alternative plans if this weekend continues as it's looking at the moment. Moreira may be interested in a move to Supermoto on a permanent basis. He's handy on a Moto 3 bike, of course, but wow, what a potent ride this is to start off Saturday. Jaume Gaia there still in 5th place with Charrer up ahead. Don't think Schmidt's within striking distance. Such a roller coaster, this circuit. The onboards really are captivating. And Gaia doing his best to keep up with Charrer, but no one seems to have a match for this man, Diego Moreira. Goodness me, what a start to his tenure in World Supermoto.
Happy with this first race, and was a difficult race because the pace was very fast and I was alone all the race, but yeah, I'm very happy and hope to do the same tomorrow.
Huge success then for Moreira. He'll be looking to continue this form. Hulbacher with a great haul of points. Cardu, Charrer and Gaia are top 5. Mark Rayner Schmidt with some work to do. Sunday morning saw our riders readying up for 2 races, as is the case every weekend. Of course, they all made time for the fans too, with a great amount of interest going to our race 1 winner, Diego Moreira. Our interviewee from earlier, Alex Ruiz Jimenez, took the spoils in S4. There's always lots of racing to watch when S1GP is in town. And here we go with the fast race. Riders underway. Who's going to get the whole shot into the first corner? Once again, it's Moreira who leads them as they go around the first corner. Again, they don't deviate onto the dirt on this first lap of racing. Looks like everybody's up and through the first few corners this time around. We weren't quite so lucky with that on our previous encounter. Moreira really hanging the tail out there. What a joy he is to watch on a supermoto machine. You see there the rest of the field filing through. There's Ferran Cardu back in 4th place, just behind Mark Rayner Schmidt. Jaume Gaia there in 2nd place. Again, some of our riders that weren't with us last time at Busca are really showing the way at Alcaraz. And bit of an interesting landing there from Gaia. Gaia still there in 2nd place as they go onto the dirt for the first time in this 10-lap fast race. 14-lap final later on today. But good points on offer in the fast race, and Moreira is once again looking in control. Here's Charrer down in 6th position on the SMX Enter TM factory machine. Moreira with the knee down. There's Schmidt in 3rd position now, so he's still there and holding on. Although Cardew looks fairly potent behind him, doesn't he? Charret just behind, I believe that's Lucas Holbacher there in 5th place. Herrera, though, continues to build his advantage. Down the hill he goes, back onto the dirt. This is such a special circuit here at Alcaraz. It's so high speed on the dirt. All the riders absolutely loving this venue. Great to see some of the circuits making a return to the championship this year after restrictions shrunk the calendar over the last couple of seasons, and what an aerial moment that was there for Moreira. He's really got flair. Milan Sitnianski having a good fight there with Elias Sammartin for 7th place. Sitnianski looked almost as quick as the likes of Charret and Schmidt last weekend, but he loses the position there to Elias Sammartin. Looks like Sitnianski not quite on the same level of speed here at Alcaraz as he was in Busca. Gaia there leading Holbacher in 3rd place, so Holbacher's got himself up into 3rd. Gaia, oh, I thought he might have overshot that, but he didn't quite. Nice line, actually, through the Alcaraz square. Herrera, almost on a track day out there on his own at the moment. And Gaia, is he under threat? Looked like there was quite a pack of bikes following him a couple of laps ago. 2.5 laps there or thereabouts for him to withstand the pressure. And oh, he's gone wide, and Holbacher was there to take the position. Great move from Lucas Holbacher to move himself up into 2nd. Yet more good points. Could well be on the board here then for Lucas Holbacher, as Schmidt and Charret both struggle to match the locals and the guests here in Spain. Moreira it is, though, who takes the flag. A stoppie and another maximum points haul for Moreira. Holbacher with 22 points. That'll be handy against Schmidt and Charret's totals. He will continue to scythe his way up the points order.
We are happy as a rider to have Diogo, a Moto3 rider, really great, talented rider here on the grid. He showed us how to do. For sure, it's its home track, but yeah, we are close. We are close. So we have one more race. I start from 2nd position. I can maybe go directly after the start with him and can push and stay with him. But I'm really happy. I love this track. I love the racing and really cool. Yeah? Thank you to the team and really good setup. I'm happy with the bike. Thank you.
And so there you go, 6 points in it between Moreira and Holbacher going into the final race. Let's see if Holbacher can keep his form going and see if he can defeat Moreira. So the super final, and it's once again Diogo Moreira who's going to lead them away. Holbacher and Gaia joining him on the front row. Mark Rainer Schmidt, the championship leader and the defending champ, on 4th with Cardew and Charret alongside him. Sammartin, Sitnianski and Amadeo on row 3. Buschberger, Kuyvers and Hintz round out the top 12 as we get ready to go racing. The 14-lap super final is go. They're underway, and once again Moreira with a brilliant start. Holbacher there in 2nd place. I believe that's Schmidt up to 3rd. Gaia drops down to 4th. Make that 5th place because Ferran Cardew gets through for good measure. So Gaia demoted a few positions there in the early going. Holbacher and Schmidt 2nd and 3rd place, and Schmidt looking close to Holbacher there in these first few corners of the lap. And here they go down the long back straight. Jaume Gaia flicks through that chicane after the Alcaraz square. Over the jumps on this concrete they go. A bit reminiscent of Busca, that section. Moreira leads them onto the dirt for the first time. Charret there in 6th position. following Gaia at the moment, and Gaia going quite defensive there as Moreira continues to stretch his legs. We once again follow Gaia, who is a bit slow through that corner potentially. How much pressure is he under? Moreira again right on the raggedy edge. You see he's so much more sideways than the others out front. A smooth riding style is typically favoured, but Moreira seems to like dancing on the edge of the cliff. You see some battling going on there further back. Schmidt having to fend off Cardew for third position. Holbacher leading the chasing pack. I think the regulars are going to want to beat Moreira at least once here this weekend. The young Moto3 rider with lots of Supermoto and motocross experience. It's not a surprise that he's so good at this multifaceted discipline of motorcycle racing, but the World Championship regulars, I want to show him who's boss, and that was a big moment there for Moreira. I don't think he's kept it up. No, Holbacher's now the leader. Where's Moreira? There he is, getting back on the bike now, but he's down at least behind Jaume Gaia. But there we saw, just pushing too hard, and Charrère is ahead of him too. I believe Moreira has rejoined the race, but he's done so quite a way down the order. It's Lucas Holbacher then, who has taken the lead as a result of that, and it's quite a mighty lead as well. Holbacher once again on course to get some really good points on the board here. Buska did not go to plan for him, a few issues with the bike, but at the moment he's looking strong here at Grand Prix of Catalunya, and I believe, yes, that's Moreira. Moreira's just got back past Charrère, so back into the top 5 has gone the Brazilian rider, who's clearly still pushing. He's been on the deck, so has the bike, but it seems to have made them even faster somehow. Jaume Gaia, they're in 4th place, and he's coming under pressure now from Moreira for good measure. Diogo Moreira, again, he's got some clashes with the Supermoto calendar with his Moto3 commitments, but we'd certainly love to see more of this in this season, wouldn't we? He's all over the back of Gaia. And I think he may have just made the move, you know. And there you go, now he's behind Mark Rainer Schmidt, so he's got through into 4th place, and he's not content. He wants to get onto the podium in the fast race. Of course, it means all of it means points, as Sitnianski there seems to be retiring from the race. But for Moreira, it all means points. He can get himself far enough up the order, and he's already past Schmidt. If he gets himself far enough up the order, he can still win the Grand Prix of Catalunya, and I think with that move, he's done so. I think he's done enough now. Holbacher is about to come across the line to take the win. However, the victor in the Grand Prix itself is Diego Moreira with that 2nd place finish. He picked his way through the field masterfully after dropping the bike. Well, we saw them bowing to Diego Moreira, and can you argue? What a brilliant performance from him. He takes it by 2 points over Holbacher, but critically, look at the gap there between Holbacher and Schmidt in the points. Holbacher is going to be right back in championship contention. And here are the podium celebrations. Ferran Cardew, 3rd place in the Grand Prix. He's delighted, I'm sure, with that. We'll see more of him in this season. Lucas Holbacher, 2nd in the podium and also 2nd in the championship with that. Diogo Moreira, take a bow, sir. What a showing in the Supermoto World Championship. Here we go, the trophy is being presented. And here is an unusual sight. The red plate presented to someone who didn't even finish on the podium. That's the depth of the competition this year in S1GP. Well done, Mark Rainer Schmidt. You continue to lead the championship.
amazing. Only say thanks to all the people and all the people support me, and I hope to do another race. And yeah, I'm very happy. Only say thanks to all the people.
Well, we certainly hope to see him again too. He's 5th in the championship with that one result this weekend. Hullbacher 10 points behind Schmidt at the top. Charrer right there in contention too. San Martin 4th, Moreira and Sitnianski are top 6 in the championship, heading into the next round in Sardinia. Krematzer hosts us next time on the 8th of June.